One of the greatest challenges of being on the spiritual path is that we are constantly invited to be with that which is difficult. Now, many of us step on the spiritual path because we want to experience greater bliss, greater happiness, joy, greater freedom and peace, greater emotional stability and sanity. But the great roadblock between where we're at and experiencing our highest nature is our pain from our past, our pain from this lifetime, and all that we've endured. The primary way that we free ourselves from pain from the past is a willingness to face it head on, a willingness to sit with it with great love and willingness, the willingness to sit deeply, to breathe, to feel, and to open. It's the primary practice that I teach. And it sounds so simple, it sounds so innocent. I'm just going to breathe, I'm going to feel, and I'm going to open. But if you give yourself to this practice, this is a practice that leads one from the realm of samsaric confusion, samsaric pain, and into the realm of enlightenment. And I know that sounds very flowery and beautiful, but I'm going to invite you to stop right now, to shut down your eyes, and just find a point in your body, perhaps in one of the chakra centers, where you notice some resistance, where you notice an old pain, an old grip, an old tension. And right here, right now, I'm going to invite you to take a deep, full belly breath. Breathing into this pain, breathing into any tension, and to really have a sense that you are leaning into it. And another deep, full belly breath. In fact, I want you to just breathe deeply and fully into your belly for the rest of this session, the rest of this day, with a willingness to intimately acknowledge what's here right now. And some of us have great expectations that if I breathe deeply, shut down my eyes and begin to meditate, I'll immediately begin to experience great peace. But a big part of being on the path is being honest about your experience. And for most of us, as we shut down our eyes, as we become intimate with our experience, we must acknowledge that there's pain here. There's old sadness. And I invite you to acknowledge this sadness and to simultaneously acknowledge that your consciousness is timeless, is immense, is deathless, is vast and spacious, and there's so much room within the space of your consciousness that there's even room right now for this pain. And whether it's a physical pain, a mental pain, an emotional pain, I invite you with the courage of the Buddha, with the light of Christ, to lean into what's here, to courageously open to, breathe, to feel, to soften. And to say yes, even if your mind is wanting to run away, or your emotional nature, or your physicality is wanting to clinch. We're choosing to embrace our pain with a universal friendliness. A willingness to open. A willingness to breathe more deeply. To breathe a sense of spaciousness. To invite the heart to intimately connect to what's here, even if it's difficult. And as you do so, you may notice little energies of tension, little bits of, whether it's mental material or emotional material or physical tightness, beginning to unravel, beginning to loosen up, beginning to soften. And so this is the practice of Tantra, of leaning into, of becoming absolutely friendly. With the difficulty of human life, the difficulty of human experience. And as you begin to breathe and to feel and to soften, as you begin to open to love and with love and as love, you may begin to notice the heaviness within inside of you, the tension, the tightness, the mental ruminating thoughts beginning to break, beginning to soften. And a greater, more expansive reality coming online. A quiet love beginning to give birth within you. A gentle strength which knows not only this too shall pass, but that fundamentally what you are is beyond mind, beyond emotion, beyond form, is eternal, is deathless, is radiant and free. And so on the path, the only thing that's required is the willingness to breathe, to feel, to open forever into infinity, into infinity. If you want to be free, if you want to heal, if you want to wake up to your highest nature, we make this practice a lifestyle. And so we open, we forever open. Much love.